What a beautiful sight, what a beautiful prison. Or a hotel, if you want. Either way, hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, and welcome back to Prison Architect, the nice to nasty series. Where, in the last episode, for those on YouTube, it was the time-lapse, and as a fun little factor, at the moment that this stream is going live, I still have to do the voiceover for that video, as I decided to do a voiceover for the time-lapse. It was 4.5 hours compressed into half an hour, so it's like a 9 times speed. So yeah, I just hope that it will work out fine. And if you didn't see the time-lapse, then it means that it didn't make it onto YouTube, because quality. Either way, I want to go over some of the adjustments that I did before I went live with this particular place. First of all, in logistics, I noticed that I messed up prison labor. There you go. This didn't exist, that did exist, and for some reason this doesn't want to work. Why not? Let's have a look-see. Utilities, no. Deployments. It is MinSec only. Or is it that I can only have one forestry? Nope. Okay, so that works. Speaking of deployments, you may notice that everything here in the middle is white except for the purple. Everything purple is still staff only. Everything white is shared. We're a couple days ahead, as I've done some last minute construction and some last minute fiddling and adjustments. Because, well, I just needed to do that. So, what do we have? All the cells are now shared for security. All of the kitchens, canteens, chapels, laundries, the workshops, classrooms, the nurses' offices, the infirmaries, sorry, and the mailrooms, libraries, and shops are all shared. Of course, the armories, the kennels, the staff rooms, the securities, still all staff only. The only difference is that the visitation rooms will have designation. So the larger ones will be minimum and medium, while the smaller one over here will be maximum security. And as a matter of fact, I'll set it up like that. I fenced off the entrance with a fence and road gates and even road barriers, so that I could make this area staff only. I have completed the perimeter wall around the entire facility, as well as laid barbed wire on not just the perimeter wall, but also the fence on the outside. The fence on the outside will eventually be removed when I start expanding, but that is not yet. Lastly, I hooked up, I placed in CCTV monitors, CCTV cameras, in all of the rooms where grading is not a thing. So room quality, the canteens, the classrooms, the yards naturally, but also not the common rooms and the gymnasiums. They don't have the cameras, while the other rooms, such as the chapel, the laundry, the shops and the libraries, the mailrooms and the cleaning cupboards, there we have the cameras, as well as in the visitation. And I've deployed some guards here and there, guards in the visitation area, a single guard in here, and now also a guard inside of this area. I've also set deployments up for the cooks, 5 in each. We'll do 6 in each. just to be sure. Of course, programs will be run, which also has something to do why the daily cash flow is so incredibly low. I hired a lot more staff. As such, we have cooks, really? Oh, well, that is new. 100 guards and dog. Oh, that still does is okay. Well, this was interesting. Janitors, 20 janitors. I've also hired some gardeners. I thought I could do that with gardeners. Oh no, just janitors. But I've hired some gardeners. As you can see here, 100 guards, 22 armed guards, 15 doctors, 10 cooks, 30 cooks, 10 gardeners, 20 janitors, 20 dog handlers. No snipers just yet. I forgot to hire some extra psychologists, so now each of these offices has a psychologist. I also forgot to hire a second foreman for this workshop, which I now did. The doctors have been hired, 2 in this one, 2 in that one, and the rest goes in here. And the rest of the free roaming ones will just roam wherever the hell they want. And that is it for the staff. Something I also did is set up a basic regime. Normally what I would do is either have 4 hours of work, and then a little break, and then 4 hours of work again. But this time I went for the 3-hour work with an extra lockup, another 3 hours of work with an extra lockup, and then 2 hours of work. As such, that gives me an idea in programs, edit schedule. Excuse me. Well, this is weird. I hope that this will work once the prisoners come in. Also, I had to stop the intake because I knew that this would take longer than a full night in game. So I stopped the intake and just let the game run until I would be at around 7, as you can see, before I allowed the intake again. But what I was hoping that I could adjust the planning so that I could do some of these later down the later in the evening, but maybe I'll have a chance to do that later. I have started all of the programs already. Already some of the guard taser certification has been done, and some of them have failed, and I still will leave 2 running until all of the guards have taser certification done. All of the paroles have been set up. All of the spiritual guidance, the psychiatric consolation. I don't have criminally insane just yet, so that doesn't work yet. Carpentry apprenticeship and general education all require the previous works of safety and foundation education to be done before you can get those started. So that's just a waste of money. And I believe I also finished, because I set up the cameras, I also finished the MaxSec infrastructure implementation. You just need 1 CCTV monitor and 6 cameras, as well as have a large enough force of 20 regular guards and body armor and tasers unlocked. So that got done. Still at 21,000 in bank loan. I can do cell block D. Can do, may or may not want to do yet. Reform through initiative, reform through education initiative, and prison manufacturing facility. I hope that the moment that these prisoners come in, get to their cells and realize that they can follow these courses, that they will, and that they'll pass, because of the fact that their quality of life is just so incredibly high, and that I can then start the rest as well. And I don't know what that sound was. Just a second. Oh, that's WhatsApp actually. There's actually a friend of mine who wants to play whatchamacallit, Age of Empires 2. but I'm streaming this. This is more important. Lastly, also what I wanted to show you in deployment is that only the minimum security prisoners have access to the forestry, and only will be we'll have the forestry labor sorted. Will do. Right. So yeah, that's about all of the changes that I did before I went live, and I'd say let's start speed 2. I could do the deployment scheduler. I might do that later. I kind of don't feel like doing that right now. Kind of convoluted. But yeah, I just hired a lot of staff. I'm definitely in a bad spot money-wise. I had to cheat in about 600,000, and then I paid back 50,000. Yeah, it's a Dutch friend of mine, the lead singer of Evil Oath. So yeah, let's shut up. Okay. So yeah, yeah. Okay. So we are literally on the last stages, last few minutes. That this is just pretty. Shut up, WhatsApp. And here we go. The first prisoners come in. And there they are. So let's have a look-see. Also, what I wanted to do before, what I wanted to discuss, excuse me, before I would start, is I was talking about mutators, namely the wild growth, right here, the extra reputations, the dynamic reputations, then also all reputations revealed, and needy prisoners. I still want to do that, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. The wild growth I'll only activate once I am 100% certain that I'm done building, because I will be expanding this prison at least once on each side, maybe even twice. What is the good shit? The good shit: prisoners who take drugs or alcohol will randomly gain a reputation trait, making... Ooh, that's even more fun. So they can gain reputation traits by just consuming alcohol and drugs. Okay. So... Oh, no tunnels. Also, as I said earlier, I have criminally insane on, but I'm not gonna make it so that my inmates can become criminally insane by default. So currently, the only way I can get criminally insane inmates is by taking them in, and I won't do that just yet. That's gonna be for the very end. So, speaking of, let's have a look at the reputations. Intelligence, gangs, not yet. Informants. So we start out with the minimum security prisoners. Might as well speed it up. No. Nothing. And this is gradually gonna become more... Oh, snitch. And quick. So, what I've done is that I also have the permanent punishments. And for now, the people that I will eventually put in protective custody are just gonna get permanent lockup. I want them out of the prison. Now the direwolf, which is the black dog, I chose for the previous map, the winter map. And it seems that this is the perfect distance. Okay, so that is all of the minimum security prisoners, and now we got the medium security. Oh! You are definitely permanent lockdown as well. And that's why I wanted to see this. Now, if I had the reveal all reputations turned on, I would just see that this person would be a snitch, and then I would be like, okay, into permanent lockup. But luckily this time, I could see that this guy was marked for death, which is this rectal thing here. There we go. And this is what I was afraid of. And that's why I had the sprinkler systems installed there. These are the burgundy walls. So I have to keep my eyes on this. Informants. Stokel, fearless, Stokel, strong, instigator. Not too happy about that. Also, this is now gone, sadly. That seems to be gone. And the moment that gets hooked up again, that ought to fix that little issue. Oh, okay. So somewhere these two are connecting. This one. But where though? Because I let the game run. And I had no issue before. This requires a little investigation. Weird. It shouldn't. Also, something that I apparently forgot. Well, these things here. Guys, but it still doesn't really allow me to see where I messed up. Well, besides here, obviously. Okay, that works. That works. Good. Okay, quickly. Intelligence, informants, Stokel. Okay, how many gang members do we have thus far? 3 and 1. Also, classy walls burgundy. Repair this. And these are now hooking up again. Fuck. That is because of this. Okay. I think this is what I added here. Switch on. Switch on. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Why are you dismantling? There. Okay. That is definitely a problem. And here? Can you now be turned on? Barely. Hey, yes sir. That's the guy that wanted to play Prison, or not Prison Architect, that's this game. Age of Empires 2 with me. Also gonna get rid of all of the planning here. So it turns out that I definitely need another power grid. Hola! And it also seems that this doesn't reach. Now it does. Some minor basic adjustments. How to fix this though? This is gonna annoy me. Because the moment I hook these up, 2, 3, 4, and I think that I had. Oh fuck! This is not gonna end well. Because it was supposed to be the exact same thing as here, but for some reason it's not really working. And I'm having a hard time figuring out why. A part of me is saying get rid of some of the forestry, as in let's just fucking do that. Glassy walls, 7x7, that's 7x8, 7x7 with a door. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw in no. Additional power plants. I'm not gonna chance another power outage when I have the prisoners in. Intelligence. Aha, ex-law enforcement. Probably you. Yes. You will be permanent lockdown as well. Deadly volatile, stoical, fearless. Nothing just yet. You are stuck in your cell, which is good. Snitch? Oh no, stoical. Okay, 158 out of 160. I'm satisfied enough with that. And yeah, this is what I feared. I need that power station done. Because then I'm gonna see if I can get the this power station to just run the cells, and this power station to just run these cells, whereas this power station is gonna run the rest up front here, definitely the workshop, and this power station is gonna definitely run this workshop, just to get a lot of stress out of those power stations. Because prisoners are not going to be enjoying this. Also, let's have a look-see. Oh, hello! Crackdown on drugs. Let's just do a shakedown. All levels. Also programs. Edit schedule. There you go. This is what I wanted. Now I'm hoping that if I move you down to here, and you down to here, and you down to here, and you down to here, then I can put you up here, and that's the only one that I had, because these infirmaries I'm not going to be using for programs. Oh wow! Already 20 people finished, but only 3 passed the kitchen safety and hygiene. The workshop full, people still interested in them. Seven passed spiritual guidance already. People are taking this progress. That is good. Now I just hope that... Okay. So now I just want prisoners, intake to be filled to capacity full. Okay. Also, in policy, I have already adjusted this. Supermax prisoners can get mail, but they won't get visitation. They are allowed on programs, not all programs, because if I move all programs, then these two are gonna go on as well. I won't allow them to work, nor will they have their education, but since they still have to follow programs in order to be eligible to move to maximum security, their well-being, such as drugs, and alcoholics treatment and behavioral therapy, those 3 programs they will be able to follow, but everything else not. Super or maximum security will have no education, meaning that they won't work in the workshop and they will not go to the classes. It might be beneficial for me if I do turn on schooling for them, because that'll just make me more money, but at this stage I don't want that yet, because minimum security or medium security and minimum security will have access to everything. Now the only thing that I didn't change is this, the upgrades. The only thing that I did change is that gang leaders, if they become supermax by killing, which is the only way you can go to a higher level of security, you're stuck there forever. Same with lieutenants. If you are a medium security lieutenant or even a minimum security lieutenant and you start killing somebody, you instantly go to max and you'll never be able to go down to minimum or medium again. And as for minimum security, if you are a minimum security and you're a gang member or a lieutenant or a leader and you kill somebody, you go to higher security. But as long as you're a gang member, you cannot go to minimum security. And I think I will leave the rest to be the rest. I might fiddle around with this later, but at this moment I really don't care. I want to get these fucking power plants done. Okay, so that was the... oh, we already had 3 deaths today. Why? Intelligence, informants. Ah, we had a snitch. A snitch that we didn't see. Gonna give you permanent lockdown, but you're probably dead already. And you? I gave you permanent lockdown, but you're not there yet. Same with you, you're dead. You're a snitch. Permanent lockdown. And I hope that's it for now. Now I already have a few confidential informants. Ooh, you were that's... I cannot see you, but I can see you. Okay. Now, let's hurry up and oh, fine. Now I can throw in the door. Door, staff door, clickety, and you're going up, so you're going down. clickety. Get that done, sorted. Please and thank you.